So, hello and welcome back to the channel, or if you do, just welcome in general. I just want to quickly start everything off by just saying a very big thank you to everyone who watched the first video and people who messaged me both individually and gave me a lot of support for it. It was really cool hearing back from a lot of people, so I very much appreciate it all as well. But also, what is going on at Chelsea? Now, the shock at Chelsea isn't the fact that Graham Potter's lost his position. It actually makes a lot of sense. The man has only won 27.8% of his Premier League games, winning 5 out of 18, by far the worst winning percentage out of any Chelsea manager in the Premier League era. It's the fact that you've put Frank Lampard, your former Premier League manager, back in charge for the rest of the season as a caretaker manager. You literally sacked him 2 years ago. Why is he back? Now, I'm not here to slate Frank Lampard in any way, shape or form. I actually think the appointment's quite a good one with all things considering, and I actually think he was treated very unfairly at Chelsea during his first stint there. It's more aimed towards Todd Boehly and the Chelsea board and the fact that they have no idea what they're doing with this club. Now, Boehly came in and he sacked pretty much Thomas Tuchel, one of the best managers in Europe, straight away. Yes, I know Thomas Tuchel lost 3 of the first 7 games that they played that season to Leeds 3-0, Southampton 2-1 and Dinamo Zagreb 1-0. But losses happen. It's just a little speed bump. I'm almost certain he would have got over it. He also signed Aubameyang, who he knows how to get the best out of, as well as Raheem Sterling, a proven Premier League player. And then he gets sacked for it, given no time whatsoever with these players to adjust to the system. The next problem for Boehly is the fact that he then brings in Graham Potter, who, yes, he was having a fantastic time at Brighton, but managers do not always do better at bigger clubs. Sometimes they just meet their level, i.e. Davy Moyes when he was at Everton compared to when he went to Man United. Now, Potter was then reassured that he would be given time to sort of amend this Chelsea project that was apparently left in flames by Thomas Tuchel. Now, he then brings in his own players such as Cucurella, but he gets forced players like Mudryk, Madueke, sorry if I've mispronounced his name, as well as players like João Felix. Just didn't want any of those sort of players, but they all got brought in, all young players, all on about 7-year, 8-year deals, and he gets told, right, put them in a system and make it work. Now, Potter's problem was one of the facts that he had such a big squad and he just had so many personalities. Some players he was forced to play, others who he wanted to play didn't get a chance, and then other players who basically recently signed had to be given a chance because of the large money. I'm thinking of the likes of Cucurella and Mudryk in there, and he wasn't ready for all that. No manager really is, but especially not one who was just at Brighton, sort of loving life there, then gets forced to come into a big club like Chelsea and get told, win straight away, do it with these players, or else. And then or else happened, and now he's unemployed. Now, I do think that Frank Lampard's coming in, he knows some of the players, he very much loves Chelsea, and he'll work pretty well with them. He should get them to climb a tiny bit up the table. He'll get them at likes of Mason Mount playing really well again, the likes of Raheem Sterling. He wanted Mudryk at Everton, so let's see what he can do with him now. However, Champions League, they'll probably crash out. However, if they do win the Champions League, it will just be the most mental thing you could ever imagine possible, that this would have actually worked, but it will not happen. Now, Potter, I feel like what's next for him rejecting the Leicester job was fantastic from him. I don't think it's the right time. I think he should probably take a year out, maybe until next season as well, sort of the 2024-25 season. I just think he just needs a big refresh, just relax for the time being, and then go to a nice mid-table Premier League club when they need you and rebuild yourself from there. He'll be fine. He's a very good manager. And for Chelsea, what really is next? Well, there's three main names that are getting talked about to be the next permanent Chelsea manager. Now, first off, you've got the man that is probably the most popular choice to be the next Chelsea manager, and that is Julian Nagelsmann. Nagelsmann was very unfairly sacked from Bayern Munich, and I think that's pretty much well renowned. And funnily enough, Thomas Tuchel now has that job as well. Very funny how the world of football works. But he lost his best player and top goal scorer, Lewandowski, to Barcelona in the summer, and he had to persist with Eric Choupo-Moting up front, a man who previously was playing for Stoke City. Now, I'm not going to be knocking Choupo-Moting either. He's done incredibly well. In fact, he's done a lot better than the majority of people have expected. But you can't just lose your best player and not replace him. And yet, they've done that. They won every game possible in the Champions League, including knocking out PSG and Barcelona, funnily enough. And then he's been left out to dry. Yes, it was very close in the Bundesliga title race, but he has enough to get over the line. It was just a very weird decision. So, why would Chelsea even want Nagelsmann? Well, it's said that he is obsessed with football as well. He's a tactical genius, he's got fantastic man management skills, and he can adapt in the big games as well, especially controlling the ego of his players and make them work to grind out the correct result. And I actually think he would be quite a good fit at Chelsea. However, I don't think Chelsea is a good fit for him at all. Yes, he might do quite well, but realistically, he'll probably get a year or two, then he'll be out of a job. And then that's two top clubs, that have sacked him by the age of 40. That's not really a good look for him. Another man who would be a great fit for Chelsea, who a lot of people are wanting as well, is Mauricio Pochettino. However, no. Just no. The man loves Tottenham far too much, and I don't think he would ruin his Tottenham legacy. I think he'd rather go back to Tottenham than even go close to Chelsea. So I really don't think Pochettino is a realistic target. Yes, he would be fantastic for you, and I think it would be a fantastic move for him, but I think because of his prior relationship to Tottenham, even though we've seen it works the other way around, I don't think he would go there. So, who on earth could that possibly leave us with? Well, I think the man that Chelsea should hire as the next manager is Luis Enrique. The reason I think Luis Enrique would be a perfect fit for Chelsea is because he's the type of manager they've always succeeded with. First they got Mourinho, and then it was the likes of Carlo Ancelotti, Antonio Conte, even Thomas Tuchel, Gus Hiddink. They've all been incredibly successful, and they've all been similar in a way to Luis Enrique. Now, what I mean by that is not the fact that they're all the same stylistically and tactically. As we know, Conte, Mourinho and Tuchel, they're all very defensive-minded coaches to hit teams on the counter-attack, tire the team out. It's more the fact that they're all winners, Ancelotti and Hiddink included. The Chelsea managers that they hire that are the most successful are all winners elsewhere. They come to Chelsea, they win, and they leave to a greater job. Luis Enrique also has the style that is very fan-friendly as well. He likes to keep the ball very tiki-taka, very fast-paced as well, slow down in the big moments, and he likes to get all his players involved, lots of touches all over the pitch. And that is something that Todd Boehly and the Chelsea fans would very much like to be watching. Now, it is crucial to Todd Boehly that he gets this next appointment correct. Now, I believe that the way he should do it is last or second last home game, he brings out at halftime, unannounced, somehow sneaks it past Fabrizio Romano, the fact that Luis Enrique will be the next Chelsea manager from next season onwards, and he gets unveiled at halftime. Then he has a whole summer to have a massive clear out, which is very much needed, and sort of work with the players, look at the players he wants, and get rid of the players that he doesn't want. And then he'll have a year or two, give him a year or two to prove himself and get back for Chelsea to compete with the big boys. Now, if Todd Bowley wants to make the Chelsea fans happy, he'll very much be watching this video. I'm sure he is watching, I'm sure he's a massive fan anyway. But if you have made it this far in the video, thank you very much for watching. Let me know who you think will be the next Chelsea manager in the comments below. And if you want to give it a share and a subscribe as well, that would be very much appreciated. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you later. Bye.